It is midterm election night in America. Across the country, millions of people went to the polls.
Tonight we have live team coverage from across the upstate, as well as Columbia, Charleston, and Western North Carolina. Our team's hard at work all day bringing you election results.
After months of campaigning and debating, the polls have closed. The results are trickling in. Greenville County had voters waiting in line just past 10 o'clock tonight. Under state law, these voters were in line by 7 p.m. and there were hundreds of them at County Square in Greenville, so they were able to cast their ballots.
Today, voters in our area and across the country weighed in on elections that will have a direct impact on our communities and party control of Congress as well.
We begin in South Carolina and the race for governor. Incumbent Governor Republican Henry McMaster facing off against Democratic candidate Joe Cunningham. Here you see the numbers. McMaster with 57% of the vote, Joe Cunningham with 42%, Bruce Reeves with 1%, reporting 66%, but this race was called fairly early.
Our Jane Robelo has been in Columbia with the McMaster campaign. She joins us live from the University of South Carolina with more. Jane.
Well, Nigel and Carol, as Carol just mentioned, this race was called early by NBC News, and when they made the announcement, this room cheered the victory at the top of their ticket. First taking the stage, Lieutenant Governor Pamela. She had her family up on the stage with her. She thanks the supporters for the big win, and then she introduced Governor Henry McMaster, who was so excited on the victory stage. He was actually elated, saying South Carolina is the best place in the world to live and the state is booming. And that is a reference to his economic policies that have really been the main plank of their campaign platform through this entire time. He said his campaign did well, and he promised more boom in the next 4 years.
We're going to invest in our people. We're going to invest in our infrastructure. We're putting $2 billion into roads, putting $1 billion into water and sewer, putting $400 million in broadband, and that's just the beginning. We're going to keep on going because we're dependent on the people of South Carolina. They are the greatest in the whole world, and everybody knows it.
Now, everybody knows that Governor McMaster is fond of quoting country music, and he had a couple of quotes tonight at the end of his speech, quoting Bonnie Raitt and saying, "Let's give them something to talk about." And that's a reference to the fact that he says South Carolina is leading the nation in many areas and more great economic growth in the 4 years to come. In Columbia, Jane Robelo, WYFF News 4.
Thank you, Jane. Now to Democratic candidate for Governor Joe Cunningham, the former Low Country congressman, hosting his watch party in Charleston tonight.
Our Taggart Houck is there and joins us live with more. Taggart.
Hey, good evening to you both. Yeah, the reason I'm holding my ear is because it really is so loud here. We just heard from Joe Cunningham within the last couple of minutes. He took the stage around 10:40 today to address his supporters. Really, this was a night that began with great optimism for Democrats, obviously ending in defeat for them. But during his message, Cunningham talked about the changes that he wanted to make to the state, how he was hoping to move things forward in the state. Among that, he talked about legalizing marijuana as well as sports gambling, increasing pay for teachers. But during his message, what stood out was he continued to talk about his young son, who he had talked about before on the campaign, but he said that he really wanted to run to really provide a good example for him, showing his son that his dad was on the right side of history. Here was part of his message to supporters.
This is a job that you do it for the passion, and you do it because you care about people, and you care about the state. And even though we had our differences with Governor McMaster and his team, I can tell you that each and every person on our team was always fighting for the betterment of South Carolina.
His running mate, Tally Casey, took the stage saying that she felt that this was not just a race. She said this was a movement. As for what is next for Cunningham, he says he's 40 years young and he's hoping that his best days are ahead of him. As for what that means for his political future, I guess only time will tell there. But for now in Charleston, Taggart Houck, WYFF News 4.